The world of rock and roll stands still tonight. The stage lights are dim, the amplifier silent, and millions of fans around the world are mourning the loss of a legend who defined an era. Ace Frehley, the original guitarist and founding member of Kiss, has passed away at the age of 74, leaving behind not just a legacy, but a void that no one in rock history could ever fill. His death has sent shockwaves through the music industry, and his former bandmates Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley have broken their silence, expressing deep sorrow and heartbreak over the passing of their longtime friend and fellow rock icon. Ace Frehley, known affectionately as the Spaceman, died on Thursday in Morristown, New Jersey, after being on life support for several weeks. Sources close to the family confirmed that the rock legend had been struggling with serious health issues, and despite efforts to stabilize him, his condition worsened. For millions of fans who grew up with Kiss's explosive performances and unforgettable anthems, the news feels surreal, as if a piece of rock's soul has faded away. Shortly after the news broke, Gene Simmons took to social media to share his grief. His post read, "We lost a brother today. Ace wasn't just a guitarist. He was the fire that helped light the rocket we rode to the top. My heart is broken." Paul Stanley also expressed his devastation, writing, "Ace was one of a kind. The world just got a little quieter without his laughter, his talent, and his spirit. I'll never forget the magic we created together." Those words struck a chord with fans everywhere, a reminder of how deeply connected the original members of Kiss were, despite their differences and decades of ups and downs. Ace Frehley's journey was nothing short of legendary. Born Paul Daniel Frehley in the Bronx, New York, in 1951, Ace discovered his love for music at a young age. Coming from a modest background, he found refuge in rock and roll, and his extraordinary guitar skills quickly set him apart. His blend of melody, attitude, and raw energy would soon become the foundation of one of the greatest rock bands of all time. In 1973, Ace joined forces with Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, and Peter Criss to form Kiss, a band that redefined what it meant to perform. With their dramatic makeup, explosive pyrotechnics, and theatrical stage shows, Kiss didn't just play music. They created an experience. But while the band was famous for its over-the-top visuals, it was Ace Frehley's guitar work that gave Kiss its true edge. As the Spaceman, Ace became the symbol of rebellion and mystery. His soaring solos on songs like Shock Me, Detroit Rock City, and Cold Gin weren't just technical feats. They were emotional moments that brought crowds to their feet. Fans adored his unpredictable, fun-loving personality, both on and off stage. He was the band's wild card, the heart of their rock and roll chaos. During the peak of Kiss's fame in the 1970s, the band became one of the biggest acts in the world, selling out arenas, topping charts, and inspiring generations of musicians. Yet behind the fame, tensions often ran high. The rock and roll lifestyle took its toll on Ace, who battled addiction and creative differences with his bandmates. Despite those struggles, his contribution to Kiss's sound and image remained undeniable. After leaving the band in the early 1980s, Ace Frehley pursued a successful solo career. His 1978 self-titled solo album, released during his Kiss years, remains one of the most successful solo projects by any member of the band, featuring his hit New York Groove. In the years that followed, he continued to release albums, tour, and connect with fans around the world. His raw authenticity and dedication to music kept his legend alive. In 1996, Kiss reunited for a worldwide tour featuring the original lineup. Fans couldn't believe their eyes as Ace once again donned his Spaceman makeup and joined Gene, Paul, and Peter on stage. The reunion brought back memories of the band's glory days and reignited the chemistry that had once made them unstoppable. Though the reunion was short-lived, it reminded the world why Kiss, and especially Ace, were timeless. When Kiss was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2014, the members stood together once more to receive the honor that fans had long awaited. It was a moment that cemented Ace Frehley's place among the greatest guitarists in history. In recent years, Ace remained active in music, performing, recording, and making public appearances. But as friends later revealed, his health had been declining for some time. The rock legend reportedly entered the hospital several weeks ago, where his condition worsened, eventually leading to his passing. News of his death devastated the music world. Social media flooded with tributes from fans, celebrities, and fellow musicians. Rock icons like Slash, Ozzy Osbourne, and Dave Grohl shared emotional messages celebrating his influence. One fan wrote, "Ace Frehley was the reason I picked up a guitar. The Spaceman changed my life." Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley, despite years of public tension with Ace, spoke of him with deep love and respect following his death. Their heartfelt words reminded everyone that beyond the fame, the makeup, and the music, there was a brotherhood, a bond that time and differences could never erase. Ace Frehley wasn't just part of Kiss, he was Kiss. His wild personality, electrifying solos, and fearless creativity helped shape one of the greatest rock bands of all time. He inspired generations of guitarists and left an indelible mark on music history. Today, fans are mourning, but they're also celebrating because Ace's music will never die. His riffs, his spirit, and his unforgettable stage presence will live on forever. The Spaceman has left the stage, but his light will continue to shine through every power chord and every fan who still believes in the magic of rock and roll. As Gene Simmons wrote so perfectly, legends never really die. They just play their final encore in the stars.